Live from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the hill in this one, Kyle Leahy. What do you have on him, Chris? All right, ready to get underway. Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit. And we're underway from St. Louis. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Middle inside.
To the right side. And a foul ball.
Seam fastball. High outside.
Outside, that's a ball.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. The home run, a big part of the equation when it comes to this offense, Singing. They're one of the better clubs in the league in terms of putting runs up via the homer.
Yeah, that makes them even more dangerous because they're going to get their hits, but they're also going to get those home runs and have runners on base, which is multiple runs out of one swing. So, yeah, you really have to try to manage a team like this and keep them contained. You can't give up extra outs, whether that be via an error or a walk.
Slider.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss at a slider. Just getting started here in St. Louis. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Overhand curve. Low inside.
Right side, Burleson. He takes it on his own. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Michael Busch.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. Major League Baseball is on the show. We go to the bottom of the first. Pitching for the Cubs in this one, Shota Imanaga. What do you have on him, Siggy? Digging in, J.J. Weatherholt.
Number 26, J.J. Weatherholt.
In the air, right field, Suzuki on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. These guys can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with his bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of guys squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands, and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
Bregman to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. In the air to left center. And that ends the inning. So the Cards are kept quiet through 1. On to the second from St. Louis on the show. No score. Back here at Busch Stadium. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Alex Bregman.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
And a swing and a miss there. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson is Sunbird, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Fastball. Low outside.
Got him. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Man, it's so tough to adjust and catch up to a good fastball inside when all you're getting throughout an entire at-bat are pitches away. You're telling yourself, just let the ball travel so you can protect that outside corner of the plate. Then you get completely tied up. That right there was a great pitch for the punch-out.
Ian Happ, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Overhand curve. Low inside.
To third. Gorman fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Right fielder.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki.
Nope.
Sweeper.
No score here in the second. Next offering misses. Ball 2.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
Foul ball.
Slider. Low outside.
2 down, nobody on. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Circle change. Low inside.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Overhand curve. Low inside.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in St. Louis, now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker.
Ball 1.
Here's a 1-1. Now a pop-up on the infield. Bregman. And there's 1 down. Here's Nolan Gorman. Up the middle, Swanson throws to first in time. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Mason Wynn, the next to hit. And a foul ball. That one misses. Ball 1. On the ground, Bregman handles. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back here in St. Louis, now it'll be the Cubs DH, Moises Ballesteros. On the ground to 3rd. 1 pitch and 1 out. And now it's Miguel Amaya.
Low outside.
That's not the first time they've watched a fastball zip by for a strike. I don't know if they're taking intentionally in those spots, but I'd like to see them more aggressive with those pitches.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
0-2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Overhand
Top of the 3rd, no score.
outside.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Slider. Low outside.
Ground ball left side. And that one finds its way through. And that's a 1-out single.
Batting 9th, shortstop,
Dansby Swanson stands
Low
in.
outside.
And there's a strike.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Now quick throw to first. Back in there standing.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Next offering is fouled back.
Overhand
Amaya,
curve.
the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swings through him for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Outside.
Crow Armstrong in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Slider. Middle outside.
That one ripped, but foul.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Nope, that's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Brian Torres.
Number 39.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at-bat.
Oh, 0-2 now.
Ball, that's down.
On the ground to the
That
left,
ball's foul.
and that's just foul. That
That's a ball.
misses. Ball 2. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong under it. Takes it in for the out. Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. Can't glove it cleanly.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Runner on at first with one gone. And now here is Victor Scott. That one fouled off. The 0-2.
Ball.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Caught him looking for the K. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Here's the second baseman, J.J. Weatherholt. Flied to right his first time. And it stays fair. Pajes around second, headed for third. Throw, and it gets away. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Eagles score, and they take the lead.
Well, to strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. This one belted deep left field. On its way. Gone. He circles the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
So 2 down, and here's the first baseman, Alec Burleson. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Nope. Outside.
And that one is lifted in the air. Crow Armstrong moving under it. And that is that. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 3-0. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. As we go to the top of the 4th, here's Nico Horner.
You know, these Cubs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Slider. Middle outside.
Foul ball still 0-2.
Overhand curve. Low inside.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing, just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it, and they bail you out.
Low middle.
This to third. Gorman throws on to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Here's Alex Bregman. Struck out swinging his first time. And it's fouled away.
4-seam fastball. Low inside.
2 down, nobody on. This one chopped up the middle. Sends it to first, and they get Bregman for the out. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. They trail it here 3-0. Bottom 4, now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker. And first offering is fouled off. Here's a nugget. When Imanaga was announced at his introductory press conference, he charmed the local fans and media by memorizing the words to "Go Cubs Go." I asked Imanaga if there was, this one's into the outfield, could be extra bases. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 4th.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 1 so far. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall, should score the run. Here comes Walker, and he scores. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Well done, drives in the run. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
At the plate, Mason Wynn. Runner at second, nobody out. Goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki settles underneath it, and that is that. Cards on the board with this double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here at Busch Stadium, in half up to hit.
Middle inside.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Struck him out swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Oh, there's the 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Sweeper.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Slings to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. 2 outs, base is empty. Moises Ballesteros will hit next.
0-1.
Four-seam fastball. High inside. Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Way out front for strike 2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. Back after this on the show. Back here in St. Louis, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Now the 0-1. And that one fouled off.
He missed the zone, but I don't think he missed his spot. That was a good pitch with 2 strikes.
On the ground right side, Horner. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Back to the top of the order. Now it's the second baseman, J.J. Weatherholt. And he grounds one to the right side. It's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Shota Imanaga won't go any further tonight, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. Trent Thornton taking over on the mound. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Now it's the DH, Ivan Herrera. He's already homered in this game. That's to third, and that's foul. On the ground, could be 2. 1 at second. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Cubs nothing. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. And now Miguel Amaya.
Catcher, Miguel
Four-seam
Amaya.
fastball. Low inside.
You know, these Cubs, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. So the call stands. One challenge remaining for them now.
Slider. Low outside.
Ground ball to the right side. And foul
Circle
ball.
change. Middle inside.
This one chopped to first. Burleson takes it to the bag. Leadoff man retired in the sixth. Swanson
Slider.
digs in.
Low
Three-pitch
outside.
strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
On the ground. And it goes just foul.
Four-seam fastball.
Well, I think the
Low
key, I mean,
inside.
if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fires over to first. Two quick outs to
Four-seam
open the top of the
fastball.
sixth.
Low outside.
Crow Armstrong stands in now and watches
Four-seam
strike
fastball.
one.
High
Two
inside.
down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth.
that's
Outside.
off the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Circle change. Low inside.
There's a swing and a miss.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. You're dialed into the show. Back here in St. Louis, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson.
Burleson.
Up the middle, Swanson. Handles, throws to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Next for the Cardinals.
Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker. 1 for 2. Ripped on a line. And there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Caleb Thielbar.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Gorman in the box again, takes a strike. Movement in the Cubs bullpen, Ethan Roberts up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Two down, nobody on. Strike 2. And that skips into dirt.
Ball, that's out.
That
a
one
ball.
misses. Ball 3. That's a good at bat right there. He was
Ball
down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Center field. And he'll play it on a bounce. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting. Left
Brian
fielder,
Torres
number
next up for the
39.
Cardinals. A little bit high maybe, and that's ball 1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Right past his coach, headed for the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Back here at Busch Stadium, Nico Horner will come. Now on the bump, number 67. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Makes the grab, one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way.
Two-seam fastball. High inside.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Slider. Middle outside.
And a big swing and a miss.
Slider. Middle inside.
To third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. 2 down, bases empty. Alex Bregman digs in now, and that is out of play.
Slider. Low
The 0-1.
outside.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Weatherholt gets it to first, and they get Bregman for the out. That ends the frame. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're down 4-0. Back here in St. Louis, and now the Cardinals catcher, Pedro Pajes. High fly ball, right field. And there's one away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Now here is Victor Scott.
Oh, and an 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
On the ground, right side. Horner over to first. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Back to the top of the order now. J.J. Weatherholt now at the plate.
Weatherholt.
In the air, left side. And that is that. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They lead 4-0. Back here in St. Louis, ready to begin the 8th. Ian Happ getting ready to hit. Hard liner. Scott takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. The Redbirds leading by 4, and we're at the top of the 8th. On the ground to third. Gorman throws on to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Moises Ballesteros, the next to hit. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
Up next for the Cubs. Catcher, Miguel.
Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya.
Slider. Low outside.
Swing and a bouncer, but it kicks foul.
4-seam fastball. Middle inside.
In the air, right field. And that'll do it. Cubs lead 1. They trail it here 4-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ethan Roberts.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's the Cardinal DH, Ivan Herrera. His 2-run homer back in the 3rd was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
Tap foul at the plate.
You know, these Cardinals doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice. So They keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
The 1-2. That one just misses. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. One down. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. That one missed. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
And now Jordan Walker, 1 for 3. Rips that one to right. A dive, and he can't haul it in. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And now it's going to be Nolan Gorman.
Nope.
Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And the inning is over. So 1 left for the Cardinals, but they lead it 4-0. Back here at Busch Stadium. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now it's Dansby Swanson.
Now pitching.
Ryan Stanek on the pitch here.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Check swing, but he went too far. And the count 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to try to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. So back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
There it was, 0-0. Here it is, hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. Got him. Nice play.
Just an outstanding play going up the middle right there. And the exchange to get the throw off to first just shows you why he's one of the best shortstops around. So smooth, yet so quick at the same time. And any slower, and those wheels burning down the first baseline are going to turn that into an infield hit.
Four-seam fastball, high inside.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Sweeper, middle outside.
Stanek is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Well, you win this one 4-0, and it feels like you could have exploded for more offensively, but you also realize that at times it was hard to score. So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always feel good about a win like this.
swagger when I step. Walk on looking like a jet. Feeling like a million, forget about my rent. She be in the city, opposite of innocent. And Benny told up friends to bring a friend. Took a girl from the to the podium. Now the guys in here has sodium. It's a lonely man, things ain't going as planned, but it's a real life. Look, I protect my neck with necklace. She protect, I rock her nexus. I forget